Extra time is here, and lucky you. There are 4 of them to answer your questions tonight. Ale, Frank, Jules, and Don. And we have got a question for Don.
Oh.
And it's kind of got a percentage in there, but not in the way you think, Don. You ready?
Okay.
All right, Don.
Go for it. I'm ready.
Rank these things from favourite to least favourite. And it's a list, so you're going to love that.
Yeah.
All right. Melted cheese, percentage questions on extra time, reading, and Shaka's power rankings.
Well, I love Shaka's power rankings because they're so hilarious and off the cuff. So I'll put that at the top. Melted cheese would definitely be at the bottom. Percentages just above that. And reading, I'm not too bad at reading. I can only read sports autobiographies because I sort of get off on those. I'm not. I've told you before. I can't read movies in a book. I like to watch and I like to visualise and I like to see things with my eyes and see background and see noise and see. I can't do
books. But aren't they a book before
books.
they're a movie, Don?
Pardon?
Aren't they a book before they're a movie, and that's the point?
Nah, but I just doesn't do it for me, Kay. I like sports. I mean, I've just finished Maradona's by Guillaume Balaguer, amazing behind me. I can read sports and autos for fun. I just can't get into movies on books. I just can't.
You don't need to.
You know, most people do it the other way around, Don.
I mean, can you imagine?
Ken Follett, you know, it's
Frank,
absolutely fantastic stories.
Frank, I've just watched tonight. I've just been flicking between Man on Fire and Heat. Now, I can't imagine reading those 2 books and going, oh yeah, this happened, that happened, the colours, the cars, the noise.
You can't, hey, Don, you can't get Denzel Washington. You can't get Denzel in the book. It's what you're telling me.
Exactly, Ali.
I hear you.
All right. Frank and Jules, and I'll start with you, Frank. What has Patrick Vieira done right at Palace?
Well, he took the time, I think, to settle down, to work with the players, to make sure they understood what he wanted from them, and it pays off. And that's who he is. I think I saw him working at Nice, and it was the same kind of, let's say, tactic, and it worked. So, well, you know, I didn't follow Crystal Palace that much, but I can see that everything that Patrick Vieira was as a player can be seen as well as a coach. You know, that very stubborn on few things, but very important things.
What do you think, Jules?
Well, first of all, he got the right players and the players that he wanted to play the style of football that he wanted, from Gay to Anderson to Gallagher to Olise to all those guys. And then I think he implemented the way they wanted. And I think for that squad, even if most of it was new, it's still good to hear your manager saying it's not just about defending like he used to be before at Crystal Palace, and not just be organised and hard to break down. It's also what you do with the ball, and I think he did that really well. And big shout out to his assistant and our boy, me and Frank, Said Aigun, who we used to work with before, who's doing a great job as an assistant to Patrick. And that team is working well together too, so I'm really glad for the success they've had so far.
I can't believe you did not ask that question to Don, who, as we know, has ranked Conor Gallagher as the #1 player in his power rankings in the Premier League.
Well, don't worry. There is a ranking question next for Don. And I'd also like to hear from you, and you'll see why. For Don, rank these 3 in terms of ball control and dribbling. Messi, Neymar, and Maradona.
No one will ever tell me that Maradona wasn't the best player in the world and the greatest of all time. So I'm going Maradona, Messi, Neymar.
Wow. All right. Would you agree with that, Ale?
Now, this is specifically ball control and dribbling.
Specifically ball control and dribbling.
Well, Maradona #1.
Yeah.
But the second one is a tricky one. It really is. I cannot do it.
You have to.
I can't do it. Messi #2, Neymar #3.
Oh, you were close.
I was close though. I was close. Because when it comes to dribbling, you look at Neymar, man, it's tough to run away from him. But I'm gonna go Messi, Neymar next.
All right. Frank, when Don was answering his question, there was a funny look on your face.
Well, you know, it's when I hear a former football player saying that one player specifically is the greatest of all time. You know, well, I guess Maradona was a very bad goalkeeper and a very bad defender. So he was maybe a very good player to take on some other players, but he's not the greatest of all time. I'm pretty sure Van Dijk is a better defender than Maradona, and that's for sure. That's a fact. So that's what it is. Well, you are behaving like a journalist, like I don't know, somebody who don't understand football, and I'm sorry, I'm so upset with you right now. No, I'm kidding. I love you.
Hang on a minute, Frank. What are you saying about journalists not understanding football? Me and Jules might have something to say about that.
No, because you know those kind of players, because you work with us, you understand the feeling that we have and the importance for us to emphasize the collective part of the game and not the individual part of the game. So it's why you one of us, or you the two of us.
All right, good save like a goalkeeper there. Jules, will you put your boy Neymar anywhere but number 3?
I'm sorry, Ney, but you can only be number 3. I mean, I see where Ali was going from, because I think there's more diversity in the dribbling from Neymar. More variety in how he dribbled past players than Messi, but Messi is just still above him, and Diego has to be number 1. So I go with what the top, you know, 3 of the boys.
You know what, Kay? Why Maradona has to be first? Because it was another time of playing where it was dangerous to dribble. That it was much more dangerous comparing to what Neymar and Messi know. Really, that was a time where you had killers in front of you, and Maradona had that one bad experience with Goicoechea, who broke his ankle or his knee. So that was a different time and a more dangerous time to take on players.
All right, Don, can Steven Gerrard turn Aston Villa into contenders for the Europa League spot?
Oh, we had this conversation today. It's a tricky one, because what's the ceiling if you're Stevie G and you do leave Rangers to go to Villa? I don't think Villa at this moment in time are better than Tottenham, better than Arsenal, better than obviously the top 4. So maybe you can take them 8th or 9th, 8th at a push, but I don't know. I'm not so sure it's the right appointment for him. I would say stay at Rangers and win more titles. Graham Souness left Rangers and went to Liverpool. Sir Alex left Aberdeen and went straight to Man United. So it has been done before. I'm just not sure what you can achieve. Highly unlikely that he's going to win a trophy, and really unlikely he's going to get top 6. So what's the ceiling? What's he going to do?
For the next one here, Jules, it sounds as though there's a little bit of an annoyance from the tweeter. See what you think. It says, Jules, rate all your PSG summer signings performances to date. Since you gloated, it's the best transfer window ever in the history of football earlier this season.
Okay.
I maintain that it's still the greatest transfer window ever made by a club. and it's true. And now we're getting to the...
Where's Ramos? Where's Ramos and Messi, Jules?
What's Messi's rating out of 10 so far, Jules?
It's sightseeing Paris. It's a big city, and it's lots of things to see, you know.
It's at Montparnasse.
So Ramos is starting training, Don. Ramos is starting training now, so don't worry for him.
Okay, I mean,
he'll be ready after the international break. You will finally see him. Messi, you know, hit and miss, really good in the Champions League, not so much in the Premier League. By the way, there's a really good piece on the website where we talk about Cristiano and Messi and all the changes in the summer for them and how it's gone so far in each of their club. Donnarumma, I think, has been great. Hakimi has been really good at times, and then defensively, as we expected, has been struggling a little bit, especially in such an unbalanced team. Gini Wijnaldum, I think, took him a long time to finally get there, and in the last 2 games he got there, whether that was in the Champions League against Leipzig or in the league at Bordeaux as well, where I thought he did well. Nuno Mendes is still really young on the left-hand side. Again, we've seen some really good things from him, and a lot of naivety, I think, on the other hand too, so he will have to improve, but it's one of those. You need to give those guys a bit of time.
All right, well, the season is long, Jules. Here's a nice one to break it up. Ale, I'll go to all of you, but I'll start with you. What's your favourite American food?
Wow. I don't know whether this is American or not, but I would say a pulled pork barbecue sandwich.
Good choice.
Yeah, that's what I'm gonna go with.
Frank?
That's good.
I'm looking for it. You know, I say that. You know the. Oh, I forgot. There is a restaurant called Houston or Austin, and they have the pork. The pork. You know the slices of pork that you can have. How do you call that?
Chop.
You know that? Excuse me?
That's pulled pork too, right?
Ain't that pulled pork?
Maybe. With the sauce is the dressing is absolutely fantastic.
Is it brisket?
Well, you know, no, that's not
because
that.
brisket wouldn't be
I
pork.
forgot, but whatever. What is the
pork.
American
Come on,
food
It's pulled
except
pork, baby.
hamburgers and the pork, whatever it is?
Yeah.
I know.
That pork, whatever it is.
Are we?
Pulled pork from the south, baby.
Yeah.
That's the
Pulled
one.
pork, that's the one.
All right, two for pulled pork. Jules?
You can't beat a great burger. This is by far the best. Great burgers every day. Come on, every day.
Ma.
I got to go with
Yeah,
Jules on
but
that one.
Xavi won't be happy.
Yeah,
big
and,
time.
and Conte says no ketchup or mayo on it. Don, what did you enjoy when you were in America?
Well, I love breakfast.
Oh,
I
spare
love the
ribs.
eggs.
Me,
I
spare
love the
ribs.
eggs.
Sorry.
I love the
Spare
eggs.
ribs.
I know it's going to be ribs, but like Jules, if you want to go safe and you want to go classic, you go burger and fries, burger and chips. But I would say when you get a good set of ribs, man, they're unbelievable. Big, massive rack of
Spare
ribs.
ribs. Yes.
I gotta take this guys too.
You're right.
I gotta take this guys to Lexington Barbecue in North Carolina for a little pulled pork action. And then the big decision you're gonna have to make: do you want it with slaw or no slaw? And it's the vinegar-based slaw. Let me tell you something, that is dancing right there. Pulled pork, Lexington Barbecue. Come on down, baby.
That sounds like an invitation from LA, guys. You should hold him to it.
Come on
Is he
down.
paying?
I'm in.
Is Ali paying?
Oh, I'm paying. I'm paying and I'm eating.
All right. Jules, who's a worse coach? He who shall not be named, Ronald Koeman, Dominic, or Mark Ogden? Oggy's at the wheel.
Oggy's at the wheel. I mean, Ogden, I don't even want to say his name. I'm going to say the Manchester guy for him. The Dutch guy we know, dreadful. And then Dominic, I mean, I guess for us with Frank, because Dominic has such a negative impact on the national team and everything around there, I have to go for Dominic. I mean, this was just those years with even the 06 World Cup final that had nothing to do with Raymond Dominic whatsoever, although he was sat on the bench, but it's got nothing to do with him. And then everything that followed between 06 after that World Cup and obviously when he finally left. But the whole thing was just such a car crash that Dominic has to be top, then the Dutch guy, and then Oggy's at the wheel.
Jules, did Dominic pick his players on their star signs? Is that true?
Yeah.
Yes.
It's one of the numerous stories done where he thought, for example, that two Leos could not play in defense together. So you could not have two Leos out of your back four. So at the point where one Leo has to go, you keep one Leo, but the other one has to go on the bench. It was that bad. I mean, we could talk about it for hours, but it was that bad.
Oh dear, that's putting the horror in horoscope. Look at Frank laughing at the top there.
Leo's going to be fuming.
I have to because I remember working with his former wife, Estelle, and when he lost, I think it was, I don't know if it's 2008 or 2010, when he went to the press conference, and instead of talking about the game, he said, well, you know, I don't care. I just want to ask Estelle if she wants to get married. And I said, what the hell? And she was there, and she said, oh my God, what is he doing? What is he doing? That guy is crazy. But she married him. So I think she was quite crazy as well.
All right, lastly, Ale, will Xavi's tiki-taka work for Barcelona?
Not this version of Barcelona. eventually, it may. When they get to that point, that's a different story. Because guess what? See, no matter what he does currently, he's not on the field. Iniesta is not on the field. Busquets is in the latter part of his career. So the tiki-taka, ay mama, is going to be a version of it, but not the version that he remembers.
Okay, that's a nice one. All right, that is all we've got time for the latest edition of Extra Time. I'm sure you'll be hearing from the Messi, Maradona and Neymar stands, all of you, and I hope so. They're all available on Twitter. ESPN FC is available daily. Make sure to always tune in and watch us.
Well, thank you very much for watching ESPN on YouTube. For more sports highlights and analysis, be sure to download the ESPN app. And for live streaming, premium content, and let's not forget as well, ESPN FC 7 days a week. Subscribe to ESPN+.